Hi, my name is Stefan Korshak. I am the senior defense correspondent for Kyiv Post newspaper, and we are lucky to have in our offices today William Attig, who is a longtime American serviceman, a veteran, and he is apparently putting together a group and an organization to help Ukrainian veterans. So thank you for coming here. And maybe as my first question, could you possibly tell us a little bit about yourself and your organization?
Dякую for the invitation first of all.
Way to go.
No, it's really an amazing story. There's been so much support for Ukraine from the veterans community, and my organization represents over 1.3 million veterans as of day job. And within the first 3 days of the invasion, of the full-scale invasion, we had over 2,000 emails in my email box from my members asking what are we going to do to support Ukraine. So since day one of the full scale, we've been doing whatever we can, whether it's lobbying Hill. But what the U.S.-Ukrainian Veterans Bridge is, we were able to announce it today. It's a brand new non-for-profit that launched a week before we came here. We did it pretty quick. We got it done in about three months from start to finish. But it was people who, experts, academic experts, veteran experts, military experts from the United States, non-for-profits that care about Ukraine. And we came together because we saw that everybody was advocating and talking about ATACMS and F-16s, which are very important. But the most important part of any war is the men and women and siblings that hold a rifle and take a pledge that they're willing to die for their country. And we thought that there was a massive need to support Ukrainian veterans. So we decided to create an organization that will help streamline, not solve problems, listen, and then help support Ukrainian veterans community, from the ministry to the individual organizations and non-for-profits around the country, to be able to connect with the American lessons and lessons learned, and good ones and bad ones. But it's been a whirlwind trip, but we're prepared to do the work for the long haul, and it's just been an honor to be here.
Well, that's great. And well, I mean, not just an honor. William was just telling me that part of his new arrival in Ukraine was to sit out a missile barrage like the rest of us. So we had another attack. We're all fine. But besides riding out missile attacks, what have you been doing here in Ukraine, your first couple of weeks?
It's been amazing, the engagement we've had from Ukrainian veterans and organizations since we've got here, and the support we've had from the Veterans Foundation of Ukraine and the Ministry of Veterans Affairs. Day one, we went to Irpin. Before we even got to our hotel, we were meeting with veteran organizations, veteran-owned businesses, sitting down and learning the needs, learning the problems, because again, we wanted to come here and listen. Most Americans want to come and talk, listen to themselves talk. We put a crew together that we wanted to make a point of coming in, listening and learning, not solving problems, because we want to go back and then digest everything and then figure out what are the best ways we can speed up and scale the support for Ukraine. Because look, we've got to be realistic. This is a long-term project. We've got to be able to scale for the largest group of veterans, combat veterans, and then largest standing military probably in Europe for a long time. And we got to do that right now. We got to start right now. But at the same time, there's veterans coming home every single day that need support, that need programs, that need to understand that they're worthy of coming home and taken care of. And we also need to make sure that the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian ministries and structure understands that right now is the time to get going, and we shouldn't be doing it in 10 years from now like we did after the Iraq War in America.
Yeah, and then and Vietnam,
yeah.
And it's not something that is easily done.
No.
So okay, then looking forwards, next couple of months, maybe even years, what would you see your group trying to do? What kind of goals do you guys have?
Well, first and foremost, the name of our organization is the U.S.-Ukrainian Veterans Bridge, and our goal is to construct a bridge as wide as it can be, as strong as it can be, to be able to provide information flow. We don't need organizations coming over here and taking advantage of Ukraine. We need to make sure that if Ukraine needs a question answered, that we can provide the expertise from the US side and hopefully soon the global side. But we need to make that foundation first and foremost, because if we don't have that foundation, the ability to communicate with the veteran organizations here, we're not going to succeed. And what our goal is to make a much stronger bridge than the Crimean bridge that some jerk made down in the south. And we're going to have one that lasts a long time. And we're going to make sure that it lasts for a very long time.
Well, that's great. Well, if anybody's watching this, and I imagine that you are, that's a resource for you. The Ukrainian veterans aren't going anywhere, and there are hundreds and thousands of them right now, more every day, and it's a team effort. That's about all of my questions, but maybe since you're here, you have something that you, comments, maybe some kind of observations you might like to make?
I'd like to just say one point. This is directed towards the Ukrainian people, is that sometimes you may not feel yourself engaged with the war, and you may not feel how to take care of Ukrainian veterans when they're coming home. But I just want to make sure that you understand that these veterans will be one of the most important parts of the community moving forward for a long time. And if you can just try every day, just a little bit, not try and save the world every day, try and make Ukraine a little bit of a better place for Ukrainian veterans, the heroes that have fought and are bleeding and dying for their country. Make it just a little bit better. No matter what you do, if you're a business owner, if you're just a regular person, just find out how to make just a small impact. And if you do that now, those small impacts are going to build into a great veterans community for Ukraine for the years to come.
Well, thanks. I've got to sign up to that. I mean, this country is going to be living on the strength of its veterans for many, many years. William, thank you very much for coming. I wish you and your organization all the best, as does Kyiv Post. My name is Stefan Korshak. I'm the senior defense correspondent, and thank you very much for watching.